This time on Hobby Journeys, we're doing the pre-orders for the 29th of March with lots of Mechanicus robots.
Hello! Welcome to Hobby Journeys. So as normal, we're going to be looking at the pre-orders from Warhammer and all that.
All that.
Yeah,
all that.
Well, it'd be a little while since we had the video, mainly because I got ill. So we're going to have a bit of a catch-up.
I was ill, then you was ill, then I was ill.
I've had a cold, but I didn't really feel up to recording. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a catch up on the pre-orders that went up last Saturday, the 22nd. Have a look at those, and then we're going to have a look at the pre-orders that have been announced for next Saturday, which is the 29th.
By now, anyone interested about last week probably have seen them, but
They are still up for pre-order. They are absolutely available.
No, but everyone that would care about this has probably already seen them.
I mean, they'll be smashing that buy button already, but anyway, here we are. Shall we get into it, Matthew?
Why not?
Let's do it. Right, so getting into it. So last Saturday's pre-orders, 22nd, we had Faith and Fury, apparently, for Killteam. So this is a new box set called Blood and Zeal.
Is that like a thingy-majiggy?
Statue. This is a huge shrine statue terrain piece.
I told you it was terrain.
Yeah, it's a terrain piece, yeah, which I embrace. Should we have a bit of a closer look? But yes, you got the statue. Let's have a bit of a look at the statue. There they are. Bit of a shrine thing going on.
Yeah.
So,
why is everything Warhammer have to every sort of statue have to be still on skulls?
They do like a skull, don't they? They definitely like a skull in Warhammer.
Have servo skulls.
Yeah, I mean, it is a thing. Yeah, there is I think it's to do with it being Gothic and that, and that. If you go back to the Gothic style historically, that was very much centered on there was a lot of skull imagery, a lot of death involved in the artistic style, and this Warhammer style of Gothic that they've adopted is harking back to that, I would say. That's a factual answer. It's like a skull, really, though, don't they? It's like a skull. But yeah,
They're scully, aren't they?
They are very
Even
scully.
Some of the helmets on Space Marines are skulls.
Yeah. So the box we've got a bit of a rule book thing going on. I think some cards. I think the idea is you could play the whole game out of this box. That is the idea. But you've got two factions to play with. I quite like these because both these factions are not ones that exist in the normal game.
Yeah.
So
it's not. You mean like Warhammer?
It's a bit.
I mean, 40k. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, So in 40k, these are not factions. It's a bit like with Necromunda, where Necromunda is even goes wilder. But but one of the good things.
Space Marines, but imagine Space Marines, but crazy.
Yes, crazy Space Marines. Well, yeah, that sort of thing. I think the idea is the good thing with Killteam, so Necromunda takes a whole different aesthetic, whole different factions. In this, we still have familiar 40k factions, but they could just do something a little bit different on a smaller scale. So you've just got these one box sets, a bit like the Adeptus Arbites, which we saw, which you probably wouldn't see as a full army, but you can buy that box and equip them on the field, which is quite good, I think. So we have these guys who are what are they call them? The Sanctifiers. These are a bit of a sort of imperial cult sort of thing. So you've got things like the Cherub. You've got the Cherub going on. You got the priests. Yeah. It's basically a sort of medieval priest-themed chainsaw-wielding army. You got an assassin in there as well. This guy is definitely wielding the chainsaw. There was a lot of.
The rest of them are, though, aren't they?
No, but they've got flamey guns and maces and all sorts. A lot of this imagery is based around second edition time. There was a lot of imagery based on these sort of priests with. Certainly, there was definitely a priest with a chainsaw. Drawing, I think, in one of the 40k second edition rule books. I do like this. I can't see myself getting it. What do you think, though, Matthew? That is the important thing. What do you think of this?
Do you know when I look at that mace he's holding?
Yeah.
I think of a combination between a mace and a sword. Imagine a sword, but with a bunch of spikes on it.
I mean, it's not far off what it is, I think. But what do you think to the aesthetic? Do you like these warrior priest things going on with their crazy fanatical stuff? Yeah.
Looks like a human version of the the techno people.
Oh, like the Adeptus Mechanicus?
Yeah.
It's similar to that. I mean, these guys are equally fanatical about their thing. These are more worshipping the Emperor, though, obviously. Which is your favourite of these models? Which ones do you like?
The left.
This chap?
No, like the...
This guy?
No, the guy the right to the first guy.
This...
No. Like...
So not on the left, then?
No, like, he's in the middle. Oh,
Which guy? Which guy we look at?
The big guy with the mace.
Oh, the priest guy.
That's what I meant. He looked more like he was on the left.
He is towards the left. Yeah, he's not on the left though. I like him. I like the guy with the chainsaw or chainsaw. Look at him go.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, he's like a priest.
He's
sort of like a monk with a chainsaw.
You watch too much Warhammer stuff.
I do. They are more about a chainsaw than a chainsaw. But this is very much chainsaw. I think. Yeah, I like that. This fellow here.
Dad, in real life, why don't we make like chainswords?
Why don't we make chainswords? I think there's just other more effective things, and I don't think there's a lot of call for them really. Just have a bit of a close-up look at some of these things.
But imagine how cool it'd be.
How cool would it be? Yeah, I don't think it'd be very legal though. To be fair.
Well, what about how?
He's the guy you like.
No,
what do you reckon?
Mean for the army.
For the army, why don't they have chainswords? I don't think they need them because they take someone. If you came at someone with a chainsaw, in reality, they'd shoot you on the battlefield.
But like,
or
what if
drop
you
a bomb
also
on you.
had a gun?
Just take the gun.
So like
you in that case, you didn't need the chainsaw, did you?
But like, what if you shot the guy's gun at his hand and then charged him with the chainsaw?
So you've already shot him, so you didn't need to come at him with the chainsaw.
But then, like, it looked cool. It looked cool though.
So what about this? Is the guy you're liking? This guy the most? Is this your favourite?
Franz Ferdinand.
He looks like the
Not Franz Ferdinand. Franz Joseph.
Franz Joseph
with his mutton chop.
With his mutton chops. Yeah, you like history, don't you, Matthew? Yeah, fair play. Yeah.
Look, he's got mutton chops.
He has got mutton chops. You're absolutely right. He does. I mean, yeah.
And he's old.
So you're liking the priest guy with his mutton chops.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
His mutton chops.
I think he's cool. I was trying to get a close up of some of the other guys. Oh, there we go. There's some close ups of skulls. More mutton chops. He's definitely got some mutton chops going on. The other force we've got here are the Goremongers. So these are corn worshippers. So he's the god of war.
They're like corn.
They're not like sweet corn. Not that sort of corn. Different sort of corn.
How do you know what if they really like sweet corn?
These guys are really into bloodthirsters. Now, bloodthirsters are a type of demon who are very particular to corn.
Like blood,
these guys like them so much they've chopped their legs off and added robotic legs that make them look more like bloodthirsters. So shall we have a bit of a look?
That's a bit crazy.
There you go. So here's his legs. Look, chopped off legs. Let's see if I can see the whole gang. There's the whole gang. So what do you reckon to these guys, Matthew?
Don't like them as much.
You don't like them as much. I mean, they're all wielding like chain axes, etc. All the things.
But like, how do you not know? But maybe they do like sweet corn.
I mean, they might like sweet corn. I'm not going to say they don't. I've got nothing to tell. I've got nothing to contradict your assertion. They like sweet corn, but I think it's a different spelling of corn.
But why don't we just give them sweet corn see if they like it?
Because they'd come at you with a chain axe. Imagine if they didn't like the sweet corn, coming at you with a chain axe or a chainsaw or something.
I'd just give them more corn.
Yeah. So you're not as keen on these guys?
No, they don't look as cool.
That's fine. Well, it's sort of tough. If you're buying this box, you're getting both of them. We've also got Killteam Ratlings.
Are they rats by any chance?
So Ratlings they have been in the game for a long time. They're snipers for the Imperial Guards.
Longer than me.
Yes, certainly longer than you. You've been around. These guys are based on halflings. Who are in turn based on the Hobbits off of Lord of the Rings.
What, the Hobbits based off?
I think that J.R. Tolkien just made it all up, to be honest. But yeah, so little sniper guys, they do like a meal. That is one of their standout features. And they are lining up their shots. What do you reckon to these guys? He's got a little sandwich. Look at his little sandwich.
Like, he just snipes like multiple important like people for the chaos. Oh yeah, takes a bite of his sandwich.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you reckon to these? Do you like these guys? Not like them? What are you thinking,
They look
Matthew?
okay.
Yeah.
Why are they so short, though?
Why are they so short? Because that's sort of their defining feature.
Doggy!
Oh, it's a dog. We've got a doggo.
Look at it, Daddy.
It's very cross, isn't it? But yeah, they're very short because they've evolved on planets where that sort of...
Well, like,
favoured
gravity's higher, so...
Something like that, yeah. I've got some counters, but yeah, that's a box. Do you like? Could you see yourself getting them?
Probably not, because I don't like Killteam.
No, to be honest, I do like that little diorama set of rattlings that they did quite recently. I do quite fancy picking that up. Not so fussed about a full box of them. I think I'll probably get bored.
I just like the dog.
Yeah, God, like that dog. It's a good dog. I think at some point what we'll have to do is a range review of all the dogs.
Yeah.
All the dogs in Warhammer. I think that's
that
the thing.
one for real hitting there.
He'll certainly be. He'll be in there. He'll be in there. BT's dog. He was in there as well, wasn't he?
Oh yeah,
the Cyber Mastiff. Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of them.
What about that one that had his brain like floating around in that little thing?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. We have plenty of them. Anyway, that was last Saturday's. Let's get on to the Sunday preview for this week. This is what's coming up for this Saturday's pre-orders. It is Forges of Mars. It's where the Adeptus Mechanicus are based. And funnily enough, we've got some Adeptus Mechanicus stuff.
Mars is a planet, though. No, not a planet, a god, though, for the ancient Romans.
He is, but in this case it is just the planet Mars. So we've got some Mechanicus tanks. So we've got this fella. We've seen these before, I think. We saw these when they were first revealed. This one's quite familiar in terms of this front of the tank. But this was the one that has the sort of arms off it with the guns. So this was slightly different to what we've seen. What do you reckon to this tank, Matthew?
That's cooler because the other one was just like a personnel.
I think that was a transport, wasn't it? So it didn't have anything in the way of real gunnage. This has some real gunnage, and I quite like the fact that it isn't just another tank with a big turret. It is doing something a bit different.
The slope thing.
Yeah, it's got your stylized front on it. You got it's side mounted las cannons or whatever these are. I like the fact they've done something different with it. I'm not quite sure that it hits the mark for me, but yeah, it's alright. It's good. It's good. I've also got this fella, the Kyrios Battle Track. We saw this before with this gun.
Is that like a guy in the back?
Yeah, it's like a servitor driving it and firing it. Now, I wasn't so keen on this when we first saw it. However, there's another build they've shown us today. This one, I think this one's really good. I like that.
I think I like the other one more.
You prefer that one? I like this gun. It looks like it's sort of transmitting some sort of, ray weapon as opposed to anything else. I really like that.
Another one gun from the Clone Wars.
Something like that.
The ray thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Something else to make
it's a radiation blaster, I think. So, what do you think of this, Matthew? Do you not like of either build? What are you thinking?
I prefer the top one more, but I'm not really a big fan of either.
You don't like it? It's more of an artillery piece. I do quite like the fact you got this little fella who's driving it, but I'm not that taken. I prefer this one. I do like this build of it, but fine. Big robot, like the big robot.
We've seen these two things like 52 times.
And we have seen this one a few times. Well, no, I think we've seen a few different builds of robot.
But why is it always the same robot? Like, produce something else, Warhammer.
They're just similar robots. This one we have seen before, but we haven't seen this particular build of it. I quite like this build. I like the big gun on the power fist with the big chain of ammo. Whatever this gun is, I like that. Yeah, it's alright. What do you reckon?
I think it looks pretty cool with a big gun on the shoulder.
But yet another Mechanicum automated robot.
The thing is, Games Workshop keeps putting out the same Mechanicum units over and over again.
Yeah, well,
the same tank over and over, the same robots over and over.
Well, it's not so much that; it's just we're just seeing the reveals a lot because we see it when they first announce them, and then we see it when they release them in a box set, and then we see them when they release them in the individual ones. They're not just rehashing; it is releasing the same thing, but it's just how they're releasing it. I think, if anything, Matthew, the flaw is with our model of YouTube video. In that we see the same things over and over again because we are reviewing very similar content repeated as they release it in different formats.
I'm still going to find a way to blame them.
I mean, feel free. Absolutely feel free. I don't think I recall. I mean, I think we have seen these before.
No, I don't
but I don't really remember these as much. So we've got the Ursarak's cohort. I think these got jetpacks, so we're seeing robots with jetpacks. I'm presuming they're robots anyway. I haven't got a fella in there. 'Cause that waist is a bit thin if it has got a fella in. Poor fella if so. But I like this. Apparently they've got the internal innards of a soldier inside there somewhere.
Why would you want that?
Because in 40k you're not supposed to have AI. Because it got banned. So you have to have something in there.
Of a robot we just looked at, you said that was...
I'm working on... I don't know. I don't know whether... I'm assuming there isn't a guy inside that.
But why is AI banned?
It's a long story. We have talked about it before. I'm not going to go into it. But it is a thing. But yeah, this... I mean, like I say, I'm not sure what the logic is. There is a Warhammer Plus video about a Mechanicum robot and its Tech Priest Master. And in that one, he just feeds in very simple... sort of programming scripts into the robots. So I don't think it's very artificial intelligence. They're not, to call it AI probably isn't right. But these guys are basically servitors, but with a bit more mechanical stuff. Yeah. What do you think of these guys? Do you like them?
They look okay. I mean, they're not terrible, but there's a couple of improvements, I think.
What would you improve about these?
First off, I don't like the claws really. I'm not a fan of those. So maybe get some guns on them.
You'd be sticking some gun hands on. Gun hands, yeah, okay. What else?
Maybe a bit bigger because so your innards inside there looks like a bit painful.
So you'd be bulking these guys out a bit.
Just a little bit, not
guns for hands. Yeah.
And maybe
How about just throwing it out there? You wanting bigger and guns for hands? What about turn them into this guy? just make him that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I like them, just their size and gun hands.
Yeah, I think they're decent though. They're all good. I think if I was going to go for a Horus Heresy Mechanicum army, I probably would add some of these guys to it. I think they'd be quite cool. Black Library. It's about the Tau. We've got about Farsight, who is one of the commanders of the Tau. But I won't be reading it because not until I finish all the Horus Heresy series, and that's a long, long way in the future. You never
finish anything. You don't finish miniatures. You don't finish books. You don't finish.
I think
anything.
You will find I finished Redempted Dreadnought this month. That's the thing. What I have finished.
This month.
So we've got a battle report, Ultramarines by the looks of it, in there against probably Tyranids. I think Tyranids.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, I can see a Tyranid, so that looks likely.
Also, it says Tyranids on top.
Yeah, Armies of Renown was showing off. Oh, isn't it Nick Bainton showing off his army? Oh, excellent! I could get into that. I do like Nick Bainton. He seems a good chap.
Who is he?
He's one of the Warhammer TV presenters. But we actually walked right past him at Warhammer World when we were there, and
Were you too nervous to approach him?
I was definitely too nervous to approach him. If only I could have just built up that confidence and gone, Nick, hi, nice to meet you. No, I didn't. I just walked past him, and here we are.
What do you if we see him again?
We are going back in a few months. You never know. And maybe this time. Anyway, we've also...
If Nick's watching this, hi.
I don't think he's watching this, but you never know, dear. You never know. So we also have Adepticon coming up. So Adepticon is one of the big US Warhammer... Yeah. Well, one of the big... conferences. Basically, I think it's all wargaming, but Warhammer is quite prominent there. There's a lot going on in terms of they have a big, they have tournaments. So, but the key thing for us is going to be there's going to be some reveals. So we'll do a video for probably.
It's called Adepticon, so I imagine Adeptus Mechanicus in there somewhere.
No, it's just a name, I think.
Why?
It might just be Warhammer. I don't know really, but maybe
it does say Warhammer the entire thing.
It does, but that's because we're on the Warhammer website. Right. And they're probably not going to. Yeah, that's the thing. But so they always do some reveals of new miniatures from Adepticon. In fact, it usually is one of the more prominent reveals. It's the big reveal. This is where you normally get, if we were in a new edition year, which isn't, so next year, 2026 is going to be the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. We're at that point where it's coming around already, every 3 years. So you normally get that new edition announced at Adepticon, from what I recall anyway. I think that's how it works. About March time, isn't it? They announce the new editions coming up. Nothing this year though, because we've had Age of Sigmar and we had that last year, and we had Warhammer 40,000 the year before. So I don't know what we're going to get, but probably something good.
I hope we get some... I know this is a bit off topic, but what would you get redone? Like what type of miniature?
So what factions might I like to see get a big range? Well, I mean, thinking realistically, I think the Space Wolves would probably do.
No, not thinking realistic. If you had to pick, what would you want?
If I had to pick a faction, well, I'm painting Dark Angels at the moment, and they got it last year, so that's fine.
In the past, maybe your favourite thing from when you were a kid, they haven't been done recently.
Something that hasn't been done since I was. I mean, all the factions I collected as a kid are sort of. What I'd like to see if we're going to get a faction is for the old world. This won't happen because of the timeline of things. They're still releasing the factions for the old world with the old miniatures with a couple of new things in it. What I'd like to see though is to be getting some properly refreshed ranges for the old world, like a proper new Bretonian army with some nice new knights, proper knights. We had the guys on foot and they were excellent, but I want to see knights on horseback with new models. I want to be seeing the Empire with some new models. That's what I'd like to see, I think. Yeah. What are you thinking? What are you after?
I mean, you said Space Marines, Space Wolves haven't had it for a bit, and I'm printing.
Yeah, you're painting Space Wolves at the moment, aren't you? So that'll be up your street, I guess.
When was the last time Ultramarines got done? Quite recent.
No, I mean we've not really seen anything for Ultramarines. I mean, I think they might be in. I mean, we got a few bits and pieces for them around. I mean, we never got a proper refresh like we did with Dark Angels, like we did with Blood Angels. Like I'm expecting to happen with Space Wolves. But then again, we never really had that many individual units for Ultramarines, so
I think that's what would be cool. Then get some new individual units for the Space Marines and
for the Ultramarines, you mean?
Ultramarines.
Yeah.
It's just because Ultramarines like the face of everything.
I think maybe what might be quite nice is to get some specific units for some of those chapters who don't get that usually, like the Imperial Fists. We very rarely see very specific, infantry. I mean, like a specific infantry unit. You get characters for all of the chapters typically.
Yeah.
But we have Imperial Fists don't get a lot of that. They don't get their own units, like infantry units. Same with Salamanders. I'd quite like to see Salamanders get something in the way of an individual unit. That'd be quite nice as well. Anyway, there we go. We shall see. We'll have a video out to look at the Adepticon reveals. Probably will be out Friday. This could be out it'll be Monday tonight. We're putting this out. So probably we'll look at the reveals and do a video and get that out on Friday night which will probably fit in.
Yeah.
There we go. That was good. What was your favourite of all the miniatures we looked at? We have got 2 weeks worth.
It's not even a miniature, but I think the angel statue was pretty cool.
You like the angel statue? It's
not even a miniature, but...
Hang on. There we go. Angel statue. But I think my favourite out of all that... Oh, God, I'm going to go with the Rattlings, I think. Yeah, Rattlings. There we go.
They were pretty good.
There's the Rattlings. There they are.
Rattlings.
That was good, wasn't it? Anyway, so there we go. What are we going to say to the viewers, Matthew?
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell.
Very good. Bye.
Bye.